They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. On a crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football.
One's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. You know he hated to throw that away on 3rd and goal, Charles, but probably the wise play.
I would agree totally on that one. He didn't have anyone open. So he made the right play, threw it away, protected those 3 points they had in their hip pocket because those points may come in handy later.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Ravens. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal, and he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything. You defend everything. And this guy finds a way to make a play on you. Can you tell? That just agitates me a little bit as a former defender.
I know your hands are shaking. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff for Drake. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down. Back 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with that.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now back to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
On first down, Watson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, We have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Throwing on third down, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to throw now on first down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fox. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Target.
Now Watson on third down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jordan Willis. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. That's complete, right around the 8. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Zach Cunningham leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Parker, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. 3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Come back! Black 99 Philly! Tiger!
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He goes underneath the Drake. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, back 22.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Willie Henry. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Richmond. Set. Back 22. Back 22.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Black 22. Black 22.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Whitney Merciless with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Come back, come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
Throwing again. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. On 1st down, Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Green, the line. Green, the line.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Forced out to his left. Shreds the tackle, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Dancing, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the... He's got a man! Complete! A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.